And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pittsfield, Maine, and welcome to high school basketball here on Ticket TV. Great to have you with us for a game tonight featuring the Foxcroft Academy Ponies and the MCI Huskies. I'm Jim Churchill, joined by Ernie Clark on the broadcast here tonight. And Ernie, good to see you once again. Good to be back in the gymnasium calling some basketball. Last time out, we had a real good one at Herman between the Old Town Coyotes and the Herman Hawks, and looking for the same here tonight.
Yeah, interesting matchup here. Actually, a rematch of a prelim last February, Class B North prelim. Foxcroft came in, I believe, the number 12 seed and put a scare into MCI. Huskies finally prevailed 75-69. The Huskies bring back a decent nucleus of players from last year's team. Foxcroft, very young with 5 freshmen and 3 sophomores among their 12 players here tonight. Just 1 junior and 3 seniors. So the Ponies, a new team, kind of a building team, and this is not the worst year in the world to be building a team. We're kind of out of the limelight, get to work on things, get to play games without the big crowd and the expectations that come with it. So they're working on that. They've played just 1 game. They had to sit out for a couple of weeks after a COVID-19 situation at the school. So they're just coming back this week. And unfortunately for them, perhaps, they had to open up against Brewer, which may be the best team here in northern Maine this year. They're very strong and handled the Ponies earlier this week. MCI, on the other hand, is actually at the midpoint of its schedule tonight. Just 12 games in the regular season here in Maine with the COVID situation, but MCI 2-3 so far. Couple of losses to Skowhegan, a Class A school, and 1 loss that we saw a week or so ago to the defending Class C North champion Dexter Tigers. So they've played a fairly rugged schedule. They've also defeated Waterville and Mount View as we are running into a fluid situation. There is coffee all over the place here.
Oh, boy.
Towel. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, well, see, and I didn't even do my job. I was trying to adjust the camera here.
Well, see, that was the problem. You were trying to put a camera on me. It doesn't work well.
Oh, goodness.
But
my black book is in the middle of the lake here. This is terrible. We're going to need to get a towel over here.
Or something.
Yeah.
At some point. As long as the court's level and the coffee doesn't flow onto the court, we're okay here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in terms of this game, it's kind of hard to know what to expect, really. The Ponies are young. The Huskies have some more experience both overall and this season, so you might look at it as a game that MCI might look to win, but youth sometimes can be surprising. And Foxcroft does have a couple of veteran players, particularly Logan Martin, number 23, and we'll see how it goes as we're just about a minute and a half from the opening tip. Well, actually, there isn't an opening tip this year.
That's right.
From the opening possession, I should say.
Yep. All right. Well, Mark Paulette, our director in Bangor, had a great idea, and we got Jay Baines here, but he is high above courtside, and he was not going to be able to make the adjustment to the camera because we wanted to get you on camera. That people can hear your voice, but they like to put a face to that voice, and in the process of trying to adjust that camera, there's cleanup. My biggest problem is I just lost the whole coffee. Like I'm gonna.
Yeah. It wasn't like you had just like a half left
right.
or a couple of sips. It was the whole deal.
All right. Well, it's not on the floor and it's staying underneath the table here, so I think we'll be okay. All right. We're going to take a timeout here. We'll regroup. We'll come back with the opening possession of this ball game here tonight between the Foxcroft Academy Ponies and the MCI Huskies here on Ticket TV. All right, welcome back to MCI. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark, and we are underway. Foxcroft Academy Ponies with the opening possession in the ball game, alternating from here on out. We'll get you those starting lineups here in just a second. First shot of the ball game put up, and a miss there by Lucas Ames, but the Ponies going to keep possession. Caden Crocker had it momentarily, and from long range, it's going to be Lucas Ames with the first hoop of the ball game.
Lucas Ames, one of the veterans, senior. He, along with Logan Martin, number 23, the most experienced Ponies out there.
And now here's the long ball put up by the Huskies, and That did not feel good coming off the fingertips there of Gavin MacArthur. He jumped right back into the action, saved it inbounds to keep the basketball alive. So MCI working in the half court here.
Both teams playing man-to-man defense to start the game out.
And here's a 3-ball put up from the right side. That doesn't grab anything. Tamir Sabik with the long-range shot there. So 0 for 2 for MCI on that possession. Ponies with the basketball to go along with their 3-0 lead here in the early part of this one. And here's a drive to the hole. As seeing a seam there was Logan Martin. Took advantage of it, but right near the end of the... I don't know if we're seeing a replay of us.
me running down the first basket.
I'm sorry, I was speechless there. I was a little caught off guard.
Oh, good travel call against MCI down underneath as Foxcroft collapsed the defense to prevent the easy basket. Now quickly we get a sub into the game for the Huskies. And of course it's number 25, which I don't account for in my numbers.
All right, 6:20 on the clock here. Still 3-0 Foxcroft. Top of the key, it's Martin. Martin trying to get around Ryan Friend. Cut off at the pass near the right block. Gets it off to a teammate. Shot right in the middle of the paint by Caden Crocker. And he will hit it.
Foxcroft not forcing things, waiting for shots to come, and a good job there by Caden Crocker of cutting to the basket to help Logan Martin out, finding a place for him to throw the ball, and a 10-footer gives the Ponies a 5-0 lead.
Here's Gavin MacArthur firing up a 3, and he will rattle it home. So the Huskies are on the board. And here's a strong take at the other end. Logan Martin. No hesitation there, Ernie. He had a one-track mind.
He's very quick. Well established as a football player.
Now they go inside. Here's MacArthur forcing one up, partially blocked, but right there to pick up the loose basketball and put it up and in is Max Bottenfield. And it's back to a 2-point ball game. Martin directing traffic, picks up his dribble, and his entry pass deflected there by Sabik, but gets control back. And here's a shot put up from the top of the circle, and it is good. Hitting that shot is going to be Adam Connor. So right out of the gate here, Ernie, 4 different Ponies into the scorebook.
Yeah, Ponies 4 for 5 from the field so far. So good shooting and good shots lead to the 10-5 lead.
Almost a steal there by the Ponies. It goes into the hands of Sabik. Now on the right side of the floor, MacArthur back to Sabik. Jumper from the free throw line, uses the window, and he'll pick up 2. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We will take it as well. 4:32 left here in the first quarter. Foxcroft 10, MCI 7. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. Welcome back to Pittsfield. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark. Back underway here. And Foxcroft Academy again attacking that hoop from long range, close range. And this is Logan Martin with the third 3 of the ball game for the Ponies. And Coach Toby Nelson across the way, liking the look of this game, at least at the outset. So we take another look at the long-range shot right there by Martin. He's got the most points in this one to this juncture, 5 points. Now it's the Huskies. They're going to put Ponies again with another 3. Huskies save it in, but right into the hands of number 14. That's Brad Whitton. Now 5 players for the Ponies have tallied at least a couple of points in this ball game.
Now that was that bad move of saving the ball in underneath your own basket by MCI, and it cost him as it went to Whitton, and he was able to get through traffic to score.
MacArthur misses the 3, but right there on the weak side is Bottenfield. There's the save you mentioned. And
There's Brad Whitton there, and there's a couple of guys swatting at the ball, but he's able to get it up and in between them off the glass. So nice second chance basket by the Ponies there.
Yeah, showing athleticism and power, picking up those 2 points. So Bottenfield at the free throw line. He misses the first of 2. Checking into the ball game for Coach Tardy of MCI is Parker St. Clair, and Bottenfield comes up empty at the free throw line. KK Martinez in the ball game as well for the Huskies.
MCI in his 2-3 zone right now. They've switched off that man-to-man.
Here's a shot put up from the free throw line, and hitting that one is Cameron Chase. Was looking for a teammate, could find nobody, so he spun around, squared up, all net. Not quite to the extent of how Brewer started the game against Hamden in recent days, Ernie, but pretty hot shooting start here for Foxcroft Academy.
Yeah, the Ponies, I've only had them missing 2 shots. They are now 7 for 9 from the field. And it's a mix of shots. Not too many layups, but there's the mid-range stuff and a couple of threes.
I guess it was a week ago we were in Brewer doing some high school basketball there at Brewer High School Gymnasium, which is started out 9 for 9, right, in that ball game?
Yep, 17 points. That foul's going to go against Foxcroft.
Well, Huskies could use a bucket here, trailing by 10, and taking along the right baseline is going to be Sabic. He'll draw a foul.
Sabic was very active against Dexter in the game we saw earlier this season. Got off to a quick start from the perimeter there, and then that set up his drive game. He's got the ability to do both, and I think Foxcroft's pretty aware of that, so they're trying to key defensively on him.
MCI now 1 for 3 at the free throw line as Tamir Sabic hits the first of his pair of free throws. Checking out of the ball game here for Coach Nelson is going to be Lucas Ames. Set the lineups here in just a second as Sabic goes 2 for 2 at the line to make it an 8-point deficit. And again, Martin. This time he's going to lose the basketball. Here's the steal by Sabic. Nice use of the left hand there. And Tamir Sabic is now the leading scorer in the ball game. He's got 6. Coach Nelson wants Martin to settle things down. Instead, an errant pass picked off by Sabic. He's doing it at both ends. This time the left hand will not work. Left it just a little bit short. And the rebound to Martin. Martin picks up the dribble on the right wing. Sabic hits the floor. Now into the lane. Shot put up by Crocker. That's going to be off the iron, no good. Whitton with the offensive rebound goes back up for the shot. He'll draw the foul. So Brad Whitton will be at the line for 2. You know, the sad part of this whole coffee spill here, Ernie, is I can smell the coffee, but I can't drink it.
Good tasting coffee. As
Yes.
Sabic goes in for the steal and the layup there just a moment ago.
And Whitton hits the first free throw. He's got 3 points now.
I can smell it through my face mask.
Yes.
Come to think of it.
Second free throw, a little too strong. So 1 for 2 at the line for Whitton, but an offensive rebound in the far corner by Caden Crocker. And now Crocker gets it back, misses the corner shot. Whitton with an offensive rebound. He'll turn and fire and hit. So once again, Foxcroft, Ernie, keeping things alive on the offensive glass. And meanwhile, Tamir Sabic says, right back at you.
Yeah, he's
How about
starting
the first quarter for him?
He's starting to light it up. But Foxcroft winning the hustle game here on the offensive boards at this end, and it's served them well as they've cashed in for 6 points from second chances.
Crocker for 3, that's no good. And the rebound there for the Huskies, hauled out of there by Jason Piles. At the other end, shot put up, no good. That's off by number 25.
That's Braden Fitz.
Braden Fitz, all right. And now we've got a loose ball along the end line, and it's going to be off MCI.
Couple of Huskies battling for the offensive rebound. Neither one of them get control. There's the shot from the left baseline by Whitton, I believe.
Sabic
and here comes Sabic. This is about 6 seconds later. Knocks it down.
Man, oh man, here he comes again. And he's going to take it all the way to the hole and lay it up and in. He is everywhere right now, Ernie. 11 points for Tamir Sabic and at least a few steals here in this first quarter.
Got up for 3 steals here. And I know I talked with Toby Nelson during the week. He said that Sabic was going to be a matchup problem, and so far he's proving himself to be a prophet on that count.
Our broadcast here tonight presented by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All right, Ames goes far side to Josh Cornett, and now a pass to the near side off the fingertips of Cameron Chase. And that turnover, they've had a few turnovers here in recent moments, have Ponies.
5 here for the quarter, 3 of them steals by Sabic.
Here's KK Martinez from the right baseline, hitting the 8-footer. Suddenly MCI to within 2. They trailed it 17-7. Here's a long ball put up, in and out. Who's got the rebound? It's going to be pulled out of there by who else? Tamir Sabic up the left side of the floor. A little hesitation move, and that's going to be a carry. Cupped it as he was hesitating. Official following right behind, picked it up.
It's one of those calls that he might, Sabic might have gotten away with back in his home country of Croatia.
That's right.
But kind of like the Euro step, you know.
Carry? What is that carry?
And a little pressure there by MCI, but a foul as they try to double team.
He would also get away
Lucas
with it. He was
Ames.
playing in the National Basketball
Well, indeed he
Association.
could. Indeed he could.
Tonight's game also brought to you by Downey's Toyota, your all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive headquarters on Wilson Street in Brewer. And the buzzer's going to sound as the Ponies do not get a shot off. And that will do it for the first 8 minutes. Very entertaining first 8 at the end of quarter number 1. It is Foxcroft Academy 20, MCI 18. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. Field, another steal by Tamir Sabic. This one was handed to him, but he will take it, and he's going to take it to the rim and lay it in. Mercy, 13 points already for number 30 in white.
A big run for the Huskies, who were down 10 just moments ago at 17-7.
Yes, they've outscored Foxcroft 13-3 over the last 4 or 5 minutes here. Tied at 20. Now they go inside. Here's a turn and fire, and the miss there by Braden Fitz. Trotting up is Ames. Takes it to the right side. He's going to hand it off to Connor, Adam Connor, wearing number 31 in the maroon. It is officially maroon, right?
It is, maroon and white.
And a long ball there from Lucas Ames. He will drain it. He's got 2 threes on the night. And the Ponies have the lead once again, 23-20. Sabic crossing. Oh, nice job there. Oh, I could not finish there. Sabic drew the defense, had a wide open teammate on the left block. And unfortunately for MCI, Len Fine could not put it home.
That's what happens if you're playing with Sabic. He'll get you opportunities because the defense draws toward him because he's such an explosive player. And a foul on the inbounds pass and shot, and number 15 for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, Caden Crocker, gets up feeling his left ankle not at 100%, but he's trying to walk it off out there.
Jason Piles at the free throw line. Nice looking shot there for Piles. He's a senior for the Huskies. His first point of the night. Second one is up, and he's got that one as well. So that makes it a 1-point deficit now for MCI as Piles will check out. Fist bump there from Coach Josh Tardy.
This 1-3-1 half-court trap here by MCI.
Open in the corner, that one around and out. The tip-in almost went down. What an effort there by Ames. He went flying in the air. About 3 feet away, tipped it off the glass, but it would not fall. And now a miss at the other end by Martinez, and it's ripped out of there by Whitton for Foxcroft. And that ball zipped into the corner. On the receiving end was Adam Connor. Now it's out high to Lucas Ames. Martin in the corner. Gets around the defender, and we've got contact, and he's going to run into Ryan Friend, but the foul's going to go against Ryan Friend and count the hoop and one.
Blocked the basket. Friend couldn't get square. That's a battle of a couple of former foes on the gridiron, the two leading football players for their team. You can see that Friend never really got square in front of Martin there, and so just used his upper body strength to get the shot off for the basket. But, yes, and made the free throw for the three-point play.
4-point lead here for the Ponies. Yeah, you look out there on the floor for the Ponies, you see guys like Lucas Ames and Logan Martin and Brad Whitton. They look like football players. Very strong legs, upper body, and once again it is Sabic. And he's flexing now, Ernie. That's something I could see you doing back in the day.
Well, he's got this game to know when he's got a smaller defender on him to post him up, and it made it look easy that time. I was content to stay out at the top of the key.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the game was the court was 84 feet till long after I graduated from high school.
You were thinking threes even when there wasn't a
exactly.
three.
I'll take two.
All right, we got to take a timeout here. 15 points now for Timur Sabic, and it's the Ponies on top in this one, though, 26-24. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. We are back here in Pittsfield. Oh, the three-point play. We're just running through our scorebook here, but welcome back to the broadcast. 26-24. Foxcroft with the basketball and the lead, and we've got a whistle, and that's going to be a travel. Whistle blowing just as Ames was getting set to release the long-range shot.
Took that hop with both feet. 1 foot is fine. It's the second one that causes the problem.
Sabic, right side of the floor. Now it comes out top to MacArthur. Gavin pulls up, left elbow. That shot wide of the mark, and the offensive rebound, though, to Sabic. What did I say about him being everywhere?
Yeah, just very active.
He's got 15 points. Goes to Friend. A little lax on that pass, almost picked off. He gets it back. Here's his three, and that's going to be off the back of the rim. No good. Bottenfield, the offensive rebound. But he pushed in the process in the back of the Pony, who had the inside position.
It's going to be team foul number 5. Both teams with 5 team fouls, so we're a little away from the bonus here with 4.5 to go in the first half.
Ames out top. Martin at the free throw line. Jaden Richard out there on the floor for Coach Nelson as well. Here's Martin, goes to Richard. He's working around the perimeter. Now they go to the free throw line, and Whitton open for the shot here is Richard, but he's going to come up empty, and trying to save it in there is Whitton, but ball goes across the end line, so it's going to be MCI basketball.
Yeah, Ponies don't have to be in a hurry to shoot against that half-court zone, but boy, temptation's tough in the three-point world that we live in, so eventually the shot went up and came up air this time.
Bottenfield passes to the cutting Martinez, who puts up the shot. It won't fall, but he's going to draw a foul, so he will toe the line for 2 free throws.
Fouls on Jaden Richard, one of 5 freshmen on Toby Nelson's roster.
KK Martinez at the line. He's got 2 points on the night. Just about halfway through this second quarter. Free throw is short. And MCI now 4 for 7 at the free throw line.
Timur Sabic takes a break. Heads to the Huskies
Deserves
bench.
one. Martinez hits the second free throw, gets the roll. That makes it a 1-point affair. He picked up his dribble just beyond midcourt. Now here's Ames at the free throw line, powers his way down the right side of the lane, shot in and out. And the rebound to MCI. Outlet goes to Martinez. Steams up the right side of the floor. Pulls up on the right baseline. Here's Ryan Friend with it. He sees a lane to the hoop, and he'll pick up 2. His first points of the night.
Again, Friend, like Logan Martin from Foxcroft, just too much first step quickness, and that time he's able to easily get around that initial defender out in the key and take it in for a layup.
There's Martin, free throw line, splits between a couple of defenders. Again, can't finish, so last couple of possessions, Foxcroft getting to the rim and just unable to finish.
Here comes Friend. The defender comes out toward him and couldn't stop in time before Friend got by him. Made it look easy there. Ryan Friend, the veteran quarterback of the MCI football team.
Yeah, started as a freshman.
He's planning on playing football somewhere next year, and likely at the Division III level. Logan Martin for Foxcroft also looking to play some football next year and supposed to announce his choice of school next week.
Bottenfield hits the free throw. He's now 1 for 3 at the line. He's got 3 points on the night. He was very active in the game against Dexter. Again, Foxcroft seemed to have that game in control, especially in the first half and early part of the second half, but the defense of the Tigers in that one 2 weeks ago. Tonight.
Yeah, just shut them down in the second. I think it was 8 points in the second half that MCI scored against Dexter after building up a, I think, 32-24 halftime lead.
Ponies with it. Jackson Smith into the ball game for the Ponies. Martin on the wing, back out to Ames. Gets a bit of a screen there from Whitton, misses the shot. And who's got the rebound? We got a whistle. And the foul is going to go against the Foxcroft Academy Ponies.
That's Jackson Smith, another freshman, picking up his first foul. And we are in the 1-and-1 situation, so Bottenfield with good hustle there to go after the offensive boards, going back to the line for 1-and-1.
Missed his first 2, made his last 2. See if he can get the front end. He does. So that will get him 1 more. Bottenfield, Jason Piles, Tamir Sabic, Gavin MacArthur, and Ryan Friend on the floor right now for Coach Josh Tardy. Meanwhile, for Coach Toby Nelson, Brad Whitton in the ball game, Logan Martin, Lucas Ames, Caden Crocker, and also out there is Jackson Smith, and here's a takeaway by the Huskies.
Yeah, that zone defense been pretty effective for MCI, although Foxcroft did have a couple bites of the apple in the lane.
There he is again, Tamir Sabic hitting a 3 very casually from the top of the circle. He's got 7 points in the quarter. Look at this, Ernie.
Use a high screen, a little step back there. Defense can't get to him, and from 21 feet, he knocks it down. Three-pointer number 2 for the game, but
there's a look inside the Pony huddle during the break here.
And definitely a building season for Foxcroft. You've seen 3 or 4 freshmen in the game at different times already. And they started out well, shot the ball very well for the first quarter, but the zone defense has kind of forced them to try to be patient. Sometimes youth doesn't equal patience, and you take some shots you wouldn't like just because you're open on the perimeter against the zone. But there were a couple of other times, in particular with Ames and Martin got into the lane with a chance to take one dribble and get to the basket, couldn't get it to fall, so unfortunate there. But MCI now running off 10 consecutive points here to take an 8-point lead.
Sabic, the leading scorer in the ball game with 18, and Logan Martin with 8 points for the MCI Huskies. Jim Leonard has come to the rescue here with some towels. He sent out the SOS for.
He's the athletic administrator. He's the one that has to minimize the damage here.
That's right. All right, Sabic, this time off the back of the rim, but on the opposite side of the basket. Ball bounces into the hands of Gavin MacArthur, and he puts up a shot and he hits it. And Just like that, Ernie. It's a 10-point lead here for MCI. It was 17-7 at one point, Foxcroft, and that will certainly help the Ponies' cause as Lucas Ames with his third 3 of the game.
Yeah, it was a badly needed basket by the Ponies.
36-29. Bottenfield backs it out near midcourt. Now hands it off to Sabic. Gonna pick him up anywhere in the half court. Here's MacArthur. Long 3. Will he get the roll? Yes, he will.
That's Sabic and MacArthur playing a little two-man game, one setting the screen for the other out around the top of the key, and this time MacArthur is the one that capitalizes.
8 points for Gavin MacArthur. Lead back to 10. And that zone defense getting very aggressive. Pass almost taken away there by Friend. Ponies get it back. MCI bench is up and clapping, making some noise across the way. No fans here, but the benches, both of them, have been very much involved in this game.
Yeah, you get talking about making your own energy.
Here's a steal by Sabic, and the left-handed layup is good. And that bench for the Huskies gets a little bit louder as the buzzer sounds. What a turnaround in this ball game. It was dominated for about the first, what do you say, Ernie, 5 or 6 minutes. But
certainly that, 17-7 Foxcroft, and MCI closes out the half on a 19-3 run.
Wow.
So,
all right, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back with the halftime reports. We'll look at some of the first half highlights. We'll run down the scoring for you as well. Our broadcast here tonight brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts. They are the proud local owner of Napa Auto Parts stores throughout the state of Maine, and they are pleased to sponsor this high school basketball game. And we're also brought to you by Greenway Equipment Sales for outdoor power equipment from John Deere, Steel, Honda, Ariens, and more. See the Smith Brothers at Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth and at greenwayequipment.com. 41-29, the lead for the home team, the MCI Huskies. We'll take a break. Back with your halftime report after this on Ticket TV. Back to Wright Gymnasium here on the campus of Maine Central Institute, better known as MCI, and we've got a good ball game here and quite a turnaround in the first half. Foxcroft with a quick start, led it by 10, 17-7, but you can see the scoreboard right there. It is now MCI 41 and Foxcroft 29, and Coach Josh Tardy talking with his troops across the way. They are practicing some social distancing over there, and meanwhile Toby Nelson in the other corner talking with his team as well. And Ernie, let's first of all take a look at some of the first half highlights, and then we'll get the scoring numbers right after that.
Yeah, this Foxcroft getting out to a quick start. Lucas Ames with a three-pointer, and here comes MCI against Foxcroft's man-to-man defense, and Gavin MacArthur takes the pass on the left wing and scores, and now here's MacArthur working on the inside. A little bit of a muscle tussle there. Ball gets loose, and I think that's Bottenfield with the Bottenfield with the loose ball. Here's Foxcroft again from long range. That time was Adam Connor, still in the first quarter, and now another three, this time from Logan Martin, as Foxcroft built a 17-7 lead, but now something that was very common over the last 10 minutes of the first half, and that's Timur Sabic stealing the ball and driving in for a layup. And here's Sabic again setting up the offense and says, that's a good enough shot for me. I'll take it, and nothing but net. Three-pointer by Sabic. Ball here is kicked out to Ryan Friend, sees the defender coming toward him, uses that momentum by the defender to get around him and just power his way in for a layup. And here's Sabic kicking the ball to MacArthur. Those two guys did some top of the key screens for each other, and it paid off, that time with a three-pointer by MacArthur. And here another steal by Sabic at the top of that zone. MCI, when they went zone, started to cause Foxcroft a lot of trouble. Foxcroft got out to a very hot shooting start against the man-to-man, but when the switch was made, the game changed.
All right, let's take a look at the scoring numbers.
For the MCI Huskies, leading the way, Timur Sabic with 20 points, 11 in the first quarter, 9 in the second quarter, a handful of steals to go with that total. After that, Gavin MacArthur with 8, Max Bottenfield with 6, 3 for KK Martinez, and 2 apiece for Ryan Friend and Jason Piles. for MCI's total of 41. For the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, leading the way, Lucas Ames with 3 3-pointers for 9 points. Logan Martin with 8. 5 for Brad Whitton. 3 for Adam Connor, and 2 apiece for Cameron Chase and Caden Crocker for the Ponies, total of 29.
All right, very good. We'll take another timeout here in the halftime reports. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you between the Ponies and the Huskies. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. We are back here at MCI. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark. 12-point lead here for the Huskies. Ponies getting loose across the way. Huskies doing a little warm-up action.
We should say, too, that, I mean, one of the things about this season, the way it is that throughout the winter, the abbreviated schedule, you are going to have teams squaring off against each other at different stages of their season. As we said before the game started, MCI is playing its 6th game of the season, 6 of 12, where Foxcroft is playing just its 2nd game, both this week after they had to sit out 10 days as the school was observing COVID-19 situation. So you got, on the one hand, a team with maybe as many games played so far this season as any around in MCI, and they've had a chance to kind of develop through those game situations. In Foxcroft, young as we said already, but having had a chance to play many games coming into this, and they're due for a bevy of games here coming up soon to get the 12 games in by the February 27th deadline, but still have about a month to do that, whereas MCI's games will be certainly spaced out here over the final 3 or 4 weeks.
A lot of different players have jumped into the action here tonight, especially for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. Let's take a look at their roster right here, and as you can see, a couple of significant, I should say 3 significant seniors on this team, Martin, Ames, and Whitton. They've been very good here in this first half, but as you mentioned, Ernie, a very young squad for Toby Nelson.
Yeah, Martin, Ames, and Whitton have combined for 22 of the 29 points from the Ponies, but out of the 12-player roster you see there, nearly half, 5, are first-year players, and then a couple of sophomores to go with it. So this is a team that's going to be around largely for a while for Toby Nelson, but there's going to be some growing pains when you have that many freshmen, and they're playing. They're all playing at least some minutes, and here is the MCI squad. By comparison, 6 seniors you see there.
You got the head coach wrong. I got to talk to my graphics.
Oh, they do.
Yes.
They do. Josh Tardy, of course, is the head coach, who's been around for several years now, but no freshmen on this roster. 6 seniors, 3 juniors, and 3 sophomores. So there's a little bit more experience on the part of the Huskies, and it kind of showed as the game has gone on, and they've made the adjustments they need to make to take charge of this game.
All right, here we go, underway in the second half, and MCI with the first possession of half number 2. Here's MacArthur, good defense there. Put forth by Crocker, and now a steal by the Ponies. Here's Ames bouncing it into the near corner to Crocker. Martin had it briefly. They go inside to Whitton. His shot just will not fall. Halfway down, popped out. Here come the Huskies. And entry pass from Friend intended for Bottenfield, knocked away, but Ryan Friend will get it back, and then he's going to carry the basketball.
Yeah, he got the ball back, thought he had somebody in the lane to pass to, but that evaporated, and he wound up half passing it and then bringing it back for the dribble, and that's a turnover. Second turnover of the first minute here by the Huskies.
Here's a shot put up on the left side of the floor. No good by Martin. Up ahead of the pack here is KK Martinez, and he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, touchdown pass by Ryan Friend to get the Huskies off to their first basket here of the third quarter.
Huskies with the first strike here in the second half. They up their lead to 14. That is the biggest of the ball game. And good to hear the noise in this gym here. Both benches getting into it.
Now, all the kids talk about having to bring your own energy, and a lot of it does come from the benches. And MCI building on that second quarter momentum and the benches into the game.
High arcing shot there by MacArthur. That's no good. And the rebound to the Ponies. Bottenfield, after that previous miss by Foxcroft with a tremendous rebound. Here's another steal for Sabic. 2-on-1. He'll take it himself. Misses the shot. There was a little contact there, no whistle, and the ball across the near sideline. Don't get any coffee on that ball. And it's going to be MCI basketball.
Another steal by Sabic. He's gonna have a chance at a double-double with steals and well, he's already got the points with 20 in the first half.
Friend zips it left to MacArthur. He'll back it off. Now get it to Friend. He looks over the Pony defense. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. They go inside to Sabic, who was posting up, couldn't control the pass, and now we've got a tie-up.
Boy, I guess they're going to give him a tie-up, but I don't know if you can roll around like that. You've got one official with the tie-up, and we get another official with the open hand, which signals a violation, and we'll see which way that goes.
All right,
I couldn't see if there were two hands on the ball as he rolled around. If he did, it's a held ball, and that's what the call was. So
I love the conversation the two officials were having. They were holding their positions. One had those thumbs up in the air. The other guy had the open hand. They weren't going to give up until the
chat.
Final seconds of that conversation. All right, Whitton out high to Ames. Ames around Friend, puts up the shot. That's wide left. Long rebound. Ball bounces out to midcourt. Picked up there by Cameron Chase. And the Ponies will reset. Ames looking for some help. Gets it from Whitton.
It's Sabic at the bottom of that 2-3 zone, just waiting for a pass
just
across
lurking
the way to pick it off.
Here's a shot from the near corner, and that is good by Logan Martin. That is his second three of the night. He's up to 11 points. He's the leading scorer for the Foxcroft Academy.
Sabic got burned that time coming out high to try to get into a passing lane as Foxcroft passed behind him to Logan Martin in the left baseline.
Good job there by Sabic coming to that basketball, preventing the turnover, but he's going to travel here. Lost his balance. He's falling backward. Couldn't get the pass off quick enough. Here's the three ball from Martin. And a big one there for the Ponies as they try to stay in this ball game. Chase. Now it's Ames between the circles. Whitton touched it briefly. Zone by MCI has really transformed this basketball game, and now a pass across the lane is going to be kicked out of bounds, so it'll be Pony basketball. And pass comes into Crocker. Ames flips it to Crocker near the sideline. Now they work the right side. Skip pass coming to Crocker. His three is no good. Chase almost had the offensive rebound, but it's going to be saved in by Bottenfield. Here comes Sabic up the right side of the floor. In the corner, KK Martinez misses the three. Bottenfield thought he had a rebound and a putback opportunity, but lost control of the basketball. And we got a foul coming here against MCI. Or?
Technical foul was being called. Somebody said something.
Yeah, I think it might have been Sabic.
Yeah.
He's been a little vocal here recently.
There's been some chatter between the teams here in the last couple of minutes. And Caden Crocker is going to head to the free throw line to shoot the free throw.
Not a lot of scoring in this second half. Ponies have now outscored MCI 4-2. As Caden Crocker picks up his third point.
It was a team foul. First team foul of the half, and we're 4 minutes into the third quarter.
Crocker misses the second. 10-point deficit for the Ponies. They'll put it in play right in front of our broadcast position here courtside. Feel like we're part of the game here. Here's a shot from the right corner, and that is nailed by Logan Martin, who does a little dance across the way, Ernie.
Excited, but that's a little 4-point play of sorts there to get them back to within 7. So they've knocked what was a 14-point game down to 7 with 7 unanswered points.
I don't know how I could describe that dance he did there. It was quick, more like a little skip.
I'm not hip on the newfangled dances, so I couldn't give you a name.
And there's a shot put up by Bottenfield, and that's no good. And he's going to run over a pony in the process. So suddenly the momentum has swung. You see the collision there.
The player control foul is Bottenfield over the top of a couple of pony defenders there.
Pendulum swinging the ponies' way now. Get the deficit down to 7. And Martin's going to try another one. Quick trigger there, maybe a little too quick. Offensive rebound for Crocker. Can't hit the short-range shot. And here come the Huskies. Pushing it up the floor is Friend. Martinez open briefly, pulls it back down, gets it off to MacArthur. He takes it to the left side and hits the 10-footer, and Josh Tardy wants to slow that momentum right now for Foxcroft Academy as he calls the timeout.
That basket ending a 7-0 Foxcroft run, so now it's a good time to teach coming off a successful play, and so Josh Tardy calls the timeout. I think Sabick has been on the bench since the technical foul was called, so he's not in the game right now, but
just 4 points in this quarter so far for MCI. Now, we think back to that Dexter game 2 weeks ago. Obviously, MCI got out to the quick start, seemed to have the game in control, or at least some comfortable leads along the way. As we look at the upcoming schedules here for the MCI Huskies, they're going to be hosting Waterville coming up next Tuesday, and I think they moved that game to Monday because of the impending snowstorm.
Yeah, MCI has a win over Waterville already this season. Then comes a rematch against the Dexter Tigers later in the week, and Dexter knocked the Huskies off here 51-44 a week or so ago.
Ames for 3, can't hit it. Long rebound, and it's saved in. Another battle. Martinez took a hard hit. He's face down on the floor. The miss there by Martin, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Cameron Chase.
Now these schools are both known as football schools here in the last decade or more in case of Foxcroft, and there's some physicality out there, no doubt about it.
Fast and furious and physical.
Is that 3 Fs?
And the Huskies.
Is that 3 Fs? Fast, furious, and physical?
Close.
Okay.
Almost made it. Not quite. All right, 2.5 minutes left to go in the third. Long way to go in this one. 9-point lead for the Huskies. They have the basketball, almost lose it, get it back. Friend goes inside to Bottenfield, and his shot will fall. Got the bounce there as he was falling away from the hoop on the right side, and Max Bottenfield now up to 8 points. Here's a shot by Chase in the left corner, no good. Good work on the offensive glass by Whitton. Gets it out to Ames, who will rattle home a 3.
Good hustle by the Ponies to get that second opportunity for Ames to make his fourth three-pointer of the game after good ball movement by MCI on the other end, as Foxcroft was applying some pretty heavy-duty defensive pressure.
I think he's had a shot or two inside the arc and able to hit those, but liking things from long range. Nice pass right there from Friend.
Yeah.
Bottenfield falling away, but
at the roll, Foxcroft was eager defensively there, and here's the kick out from Whitton to Ames after the offensive rebound for Foxcroft's last basket. They hang within 8.
Huskies up by 8. Inbounds play, comes into Martinez. Shot is blocked. He gets it back. Good hustle there by number 1. And now pass deflected out to KK Martinez near midcourt. In the corner they go to Friend. Friend drives, pulls up, and the 5-footer is no good. And the rebound hauled out of there by Jackson Smith. Ames up the left side of the floor. Now takes it into the lane, contact, and we're going to have 2 shots here for Ames as he was clipped on the way in by Braden Fitz.
Yep, as Fitz tried to sneak over there but couldn't get there in time, and Ames got the shot off from close range, couldn't get it to fall, but gets 2 free throws.
Dip and fire, and a hit there by Lucas Ames. Picks up his 13th point. Free throw to go along with 4 3-pointers.
Lucas Ames, an accomplished wrestler who has, in previous winters, done both sports at the same time.
2 for 2 at the line for Lucas. Now a 2-possession game. Just have a feeling, Ernie, this one's going to go right down to the final couple of minutes at least. Here's Sabic, almost stripped, gets it back, finds a teammate, piles, and he's going to travel.
Aggressive perimeter defense there, forces the turnover. The double team on Sabic forces him to give it up, and then sensing the aggressive defense coming toward him, the turnover ensued, and Ponies got a chance to bite into this deficit even more.
A lot of energy in this gym. Very entertaining game. Ball knocked into the Foxcroft Pony bench. Ames goes to Crocker on the far side. Skip pass. Comes to Connor. Crocker inside to Smith. Ponies working it around the perimeter. Some nice crisp passing. Nothing opening up.
Let's try to work the ball into that high post right there. Make things happen.
Double team in the corner. Here's a 3, and that's off no good. The miss there by Logan Martin.
Got a shot, a decent shot. Martin's made 2 threes here in the third, and that ball movement into the post forced the double team, and that created the opening.
He likes those corners. We're down to 8 seconds. Here's Sabic with it. 6 seconds, gets a screen, and that's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, indeed.
No argument from Josh Tardy. Bottenfield trying to set it, but did not execute it within the rules. 2 seconds. Here's a shot put up by Connor, well short. And shot was not going to count as Ames tried to put it home there after the miss by Connor. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with fourth quarter action. When we come back, it'll be MCI 47, Foxcroft 41. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. Back at MCI, Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, along with our crew, Director Mark Paulette, Jay Baines on camera here tonight. Tell you about our upcoming schedule next week. First, a 3 here from Lucas Ames, no good. And a vicious rebound there by Ryan Friend. 47-41, 6-point advantage for the Huskies. Try to find their offense. They scored just 6 points in that third quarter. Only scored 12, and Sabic getting back into the act. He was held scoreless in the third, picks up 2 there. He's got 22 on the night.
Yeah, MCI generated a lot of offense off defense in the first half. Weren't able to do that quite as much in the third quarter, but there's Sabic driving to the lane from the baseline.
Ames got tripped up, and it's going to be MCI ball on the end line. Here's Sabic.
As Logan Martin playing up tight, and Sabic able to get around him. Had a free baseline lane to go to and cashed in.
Bottenfield's going to check out here for Coach Tardy, and coming into the ball game is Parker St. Clair. Ames picked up by Friend, takes it into the paint, puts up the shot, and he's going to travel.
Unforced turnover there by the Ponies as Ames tried to make something happen.
Logan Martin, along with Lucas Ames, leading the way for the Ponies, each with 14, 22 for Sabic. Nice score in the ball game. KK Martinez comes to MacArthur out top. He's picked up by Ames, drives down the left side of the lane and uses the window. A little floater there from Gavin MacArthur, showing the versatility in his game. He's got 12. lead is back to 10 for MCI. Here's Martin, the spin and the take, but foul on the floor, and it's going to be Pony basketball. Put it in play from underneath their own hoop.
A little unlucky there for Martin, who had the lane once he used that first step, but the foul was early, so Ponies take it out.
Martin wants it. He gets it. Now out top, it's Crocker. He'll hand it off to Logan Martin, who will put up the shot after the drive, and he'll pick up 2 more. It's up to 16.
MCI back in the man-to-man in that situation there, and Martin was able to get deep and then just use his upper body strength to get the shot off.
Bottenfield getting set to check back in for the Huskies. Ryan Friend, used to quarterbacking the football team, quarterbacking the half-court offense, at least on this possession. Here's Sabic. He's picked up by Martin. A little tricky dribble, goes to Friend on the near side. He'll drive and put up the shot. He's going to draw the foul, so Ryan Friend will be at the line. 2 points here tonight. His first trip to the free throw line.
Bunch of rebounds on the defensive end in particular.
Nails the first one. And now Bottenfield will check in for St. Clair. Second one is no good. And the rebound to Martin. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in the final quarter. Martin fakes the pass, continues on to the hole, and misses the shot, but he'll draw the foul.
Well, he put a move on Ryan Friend at the top of the key that left him kind of wondering what just happened. And then the defense collapsed, and MCI settled for committing the foul to send Martin to the line.
And that first step is deadly. Hits the free throw. He's 2 for 2 at the line here tonight. One more coming his way. Trying to make it an 18-point night. 5:13 on the clock, and he will. And that gets the Husky lead down to 7.
Foxcroft hanging around here. Need a couple of stops. They want to get closer.
Go inside to MacArthur, kick out Sabic. 3 up and good. So he is coming to life once again here in this fourth quarter. Great execution offensively there, Ernie. Going inside to MacArthur, who is a threat, but that left Sabic wide open on that left side. Offensive rebound. Putting it up is Crocker. Can't get it to go, but gets another rebound, and here's a collision, and that's going to be against Logan Martin.
Oh, here we go. We got an issue here.
Well, those two have been going at it all night, Sabic and Martin. Sabic is potentially on thin ice here.
He's already got the 1 tee now. We'll see what happens. I think, well, it looks like we're just going to play on at this point. They've got to keep control. The kids have to keep control themselves in this situation. Officials are trying to cut them a break here.
MCI with the lead and the ball. MacArthur goes to Sabic, and we got contact there, and the foul's going to be against Martin.
Yeah, that
going for the steal.
That was definitely a foul, and you're going to get a quick whistle right now as you want to try to keep this from escalating any further. That's 3 fouls on Logan Martin.
Just 2 officials here tonight for this one.
Just 4 on the team here in the second half so far against Foxcroft. MCI with 7 fouls, so the Ponies shooting 1-1.
Sabic, very long 3 and all net. Oh my goodness. Just what he needs.
Tough to guard that one 25 feet away.
Now he's going to pick up Ames, who forces one up. It's going to be off the glass, no good. And the rebound hauled down there by Jason Piles. Friend inside, pass intended for Piles. It's loose, and Piles ends up on the floor, and it's going to go against, I believe, Brad Whitton of the Ponies.
Yeah, loose ball situation there.
Josh Tardy's got a 13-point lead, but he's very unhappy about something. Ryan Friend's going to take a seat. And we got a timeout called. And we will keep it right here with 3:52 on the clock. Let's take a look at these two schools going at it here tonight. It's been a very intense, hard-fought game so far. Foxcroft Academy, we should mention, the alma mater of our color analyst here tonight, Ernie Clark.
Something they're not very proud of, but, you know, you have to go to school somewhere.
Enrollment of 450. Arnold Shorey, the head of school, and athletic director is Jacqueline Turtelot. Now, we've got Toby Nelson here tonight. We got you. I mean, I would hate to see a vote on who is the favorite son of Dover Foxcroft. Because I think it would come right down to the wire. MCI school profile enrollment.
That's incorrect.
I was going to say.
That's incorrect.
That's a little low.
It's probably about the same as Foxcroft's, to be perfectly honest with you.
That's a little low.
Chris McDonald, the principal, and Jim Leonard, who has helped us out dearly with coffee removal tonight, is the veteran athletic administrator.
Among other things.
Foxcroft situation, AD, Jackie Turtelot, she's also the head trainer.
Oh, wow.
So she was the trainer before, and then Tim Smith retired from the AD job after 17 years before the school year started, and she took on that post as well.
Well executed there by the Huskies on the out-of-bounds play. Bottenfield finding some open space on the right side of the rim and quickly goes up for two. Max Bottenfield is in double figures. He's got 10. Here's Martin with a shot on the right side of the lane, no good, and Bottenfield with another rebound. Sabic between the legs, Piles. Goes out to MacArthur. MacArthur unable to make a move there on Ames. Here's Sabic for another three. That one is going to be off, no good. Bottenfield, though, gets the tip and puts it up and in. Ball tipped right into his hands.
Yeah, that was Jason Piles who did the heavy-duty work on the offensive glass to tip the ball to Bottenfield. Bottenfield, who got the basket. Let's see what we've got here. We got that inbounds play from Hernandez to Bottenfield. And a nice play there by MCI. And now we've got the missed three-pointer. There's Piles with the slap back right to Bottenfield. Turns around, nobody on him. Is able to score on the follow-up shot, and MCI extends the lead to 17 points at 62-45. And it looks like Toby Nelson's going to his bench here with 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 62-45. Let's see, MCI has outscored Foxcroft 55-28 since it was 17-7.
And in this quarter, it is 13-4 in the first 5 minutes. So
I mean, just a couple of minutes ago, it was a two-possession game.
It was down to 6 points at 47. Well, entering the fourth quarter, it was 47-41.
All right, into the ball game, we got Jaden Richard, we got Josh Cornett also out there. There's Devin Henderson for Coach Nelson. Wyatt Rayfield's in the ball game. He's got the ball right now. Dribbles it across the baseline.
5 freshmen for the Ponies.
Here's a shot put up, and that's no good by Jaden Richard, and it goes out of bounds.
The other freshman, Jackson Smith, still in the game.
Meanwhile, for the Huskies, Tamir Sabic, Ryan Friend still out there, KK Martinez, Gavin MacArthur, and Max Bottenfield. 2.5 left. Sabic out near midcourt. He's got 28 points, 20 in the first half, 8 here in the fourth quarter. And the Huskies very content to be salting away a little time here as we approach the 2-minute mark. Ball game here tonight presented by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Huskies playing a little keep away now. Ponies are pushing them back towards midcourt.
Yeah, just running the clock at this point. I think finally the foul is called. No 1-1 yet, so the Huskies still keep possession.
High school basketball on Ticket TV, also brought to you by Downey's Toyota, your all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive headquarters on Wilson Street in Brewer. Downey's Toyota, your all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive headquarters. And open on the right side is going to be KK Martinez. Easy layup for him. He's got 7. 64-45. This one has gotten away from the Ponies, and that pass intended for Devin Henderson is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Huskies.
It's going to be one of those games where both coaches are going to be able to find things that they liked, but also find things that they know their teams need to work on at the different stages of the season. As MCI looks like they're going to go to 3-3 on the season, while Foxcroft will dip to 0-2.
Tardy looking to get a few of his Huskies off the bench there.
Yeah, he may call timeout here in a second to get him in.
He may have to. And the timeout is called. And Braden Fitz is going to come in along with Camden Roy and also number 12, Len Thyme. I apologize. Even the master, the PA master here, Sean Stackhouse, couldn't help me with that name.
No.
Missed by the Ponies, and the outlaw pass is going to be picked off. Steal there by Josh Cornett. Chase out to Cornett. His three is going to come up short, saved in. Good effort there by Devin Henderson, but into the hands of the Huskies, and now it'll be off the fingertips of Martinez right in front of our broadcast position. For outdoor power equipment from John Deere, Steel, Honda, Ariens, and more, see the Smith Brothers at Greenway Equipment in Bangor and Ellsworth and at greenwayequipment.com. Final 15 seconds of this one. It's going to be an MCI win. And a misfire there by the Ponies. Just going to give it back to MCI with 5.5 up on the clock. And they probably will not need to get the basketball beyond midcourt. And they will not. And that's going to do it for this one here tonight. A strong finish for the MCI Huskies. As we mentioned just a few moments ago, it was a 6-point deficit for the Ponies, but MCI turned it on, Ernie, and Tamir Sabic got back into the act.
Yeah, he did. And credit Josh Tardy. Man-to-man wasn't working. Went to the zone late in the first quarter. MCI trailing 17-7, and from that point on, it was MCI's game. I did think, again, knowing how young Foxcroft is, MCI took control there kind of early third quarter and got into that double-digit lead, and you were kind of wondering if Foxcroft would go away then, but they really didn't. They hung in through the end of the third quarter, down just 6, I believe, 47-41 going into the final period, and then MCI was able to put the defensive clamps on and hold Foxcroft to 1 field goal and 4 total points over the game's final 8 minutes, and then kind of cruise to victory. Sabic hitting a couple more threes in the fourth quarter to finish with 28 and lead the way. Foxcroft had nobody really that could match his individual output, although Ames and Martin had good games offensively for the Ponies, but a win kind of you could anticipate MCI getting, and it took some work, but they were able to pull it out in the end.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll try to catch up with the victorious coach here tonight. We'll have some highlights for you, and we'll run down the numbers as well. The final on this one, MCI 64, Foxcroft Academy 45. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. And we welcome you back to MCI. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark, and we've got a special guest here in the post-game show, the victorious coach here tonight, Josh Tardy of the MCI Huskies. And Coach, just talk about the ebbs and flows of this game, and certainly ended up with a strong finish.
Yeah, well, certainly the game had ebbs and flows, and it started out pretty tough. I thought that we came out flat. I thought that we were getting beat to the 50-50 balls. I thought that some of the bad bounces didn't go our way. I mean, by definition, it's a bad bounce. And I think that we don't take that well sometimes, and I think that's why we're a work in progress. in fairness, everybody's a work in progress.
Yeah.
I think this Foxcroft team, given it's only their second competitive night of the
Right.
year, I think they've got a lot of things to look forward to. I think
Yes.
they've got some good players. They're streaky, they're tough, they're gritty, and we made shots when we needed to, and that was sort of the difference in the fourth quarter.
It seemed like early in the game, Foxcroft was making its shots against your man-to-man, and then you went to zone, and that seemed to frustrate them a little bit more over the course of time.
Yeah, they shot themselves into a good lead, and then you always think you're a good defensive coach when the other team's missing, but sometimes the ball just didn't go in, and they had some that went in and out, and even in that third quarter, they had some open looks on baseline. Coach Nelson, they got the right seams, they got the right looks, and those shots that just didn't go in, they'll go in on another night for them. It's the curse of high school basketball.
Sure is. Timur Sabek had 28 points, and he certainly is a player that is capable of creating things offensively, both for himself and for others.
Yeah, he's a nice player. We had a little bit of an adjustment out of one of the timeouts about making sure he keeps his passion in check.
Yes,
but that's okay. But he's got some passion, and that's what we love about him. It's just about channeling that energy and making sure you do it the right way.
And you got a lot of help as well. Just talk about Max Bottenfield. He does a lot of the dirty work down low.
And we've been talking about that. I tell Max that for him to be successful in this roster, now he's going to be a very, very good player. He's just a sophomore, but he's very athletic. And I tell him, a lot of people want to play on the perimeter, and so does Max some days. But if he's a junkyard dog and he commits to being in the junkyard, he's going to have success as a sophomore against the competition we play.
I just want to get to our director here, Mark Paulette, if he can put up the upcoming schedule for the Huskies here briefly. Ernie, you got something else for the coach?
Well, just to say, you can't measure improvement in heel points this year. So we last saw you against Dexter a week or so ago, a few games ago. What kind of progress do you feel like your group has made since then?
We're executing better our offenses. I still think that we're at about a C-. In the huddles, the guys think I'm giving them an F+ sometimes. But we really are improving, and we're getting our confidence. We're shooting foul shots better. If you remember Dexter, I thought that we might have been the worst foul shooting team in America, and I thought it was a reflection of me as a coach. But they've made a couple, so I now start to feel like I'm a better coach.
Well, you went 7 for 8 in the second quarter when you were able to reverse what was a 10-point deficit into a pretty comfortable lead, and free throws make a lot of difference a lot of times.
It's a big difference for us.
And we got the schedule up here for your Huskies. Again, that game on Tuesday night has been moved to Monday night, correct?
That's right.
As you play host to Waterville, and so 6 games in the books in this shortened season. You're halfway through, Coach.
We're halfway through. We're happy, and like we said at the beginning of the year, we're thankful for every night we get an opportunity to play, and we everyone misses the atmosphere. We're going to miss if we were lucky enough to qualify, the tournament atmosphere. It's such an important part of our social fabric. But you know what? We're happy that we had tonight, and hopefully we'll have Monday night.
And I got to tell you, I mean, both benches were very much involved in this, making some noise. They were passionate. They were getting excited, and you know what? I mean, I'm watching the game. Occasionally we'll think about, hey, if there were fans in here, the noise they'd be making, but it was fun. It was fun here tonight.
Credit to both clubs.
Yes.
The atmosphere was nice.
Yep.
I got to tell you, the weirdest thing about this for me is every time I drive into a school knowing there's a big basketball game at night and then the parking lot is empty. And then once I get in here, though, and the game starts, it's a game. And you're right, the crowd noise of the bench, I've heard so many kids say, we've got to bring our own energy, and the bench is a big part of that, don't you think?
Yeah, and I thought both benches represented their schools well. It was a nice place to be tonight.
And we don't have to fight the traffic.
No, this is good.
Yeah, but there's no popcorn.
No,
big crisis. So
there you go. There's spilled coffee, though. I managed to do that. All right, Coach, thank you very much. Congrats, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Josh Tardy of the MCI Huskies joining us here in the post-game show. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get you the highlights, and we'll get you the scoring as well. This is high school basketball on Ticket TV. Welcome back to MCI. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, and our crew. Mark Paulette directing the show from Bangor, and Jay Baines on camera here tonight. Again, thanks to Josh Tardy, the winning coach here tonight. 64-45, the final. MCI with the win over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. That differential there at the end of the ball game doesn't tell the whole story here tonight. There were certainly some runs by Foxcroft, and at one point, as we mentioned, they led 17-7 in this ball game.
And they trailed by just 7, 52-45 with 5 minutes to go. So the game got out of hand over the last few minutes, but certainly until then, a competitive game. Foxcroft got out to the big early lead. MCI came back, took a significant lead. Foxcroft came back, hung in there, stayed within 2 possessions for the most part until the final few minutes, and then the Huskies pulled away to a comfortable win that probably, if you ask Jason Tardy, wasn't all that comfortable for the most part, but they'll take the victory.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from this game here tonight.
Yeah, here's the quarterback, Ryan Friend.
Oh.
With a long pass to K.K. Martinez for a fast break. That's covering 84 feet in a hurry. And now here's Foxcroft. They got the ball inside, kicked the ball out to the left corner to Logan Martin, knocked down to 3. Here's MCI working the ball. Quick ball movement there by the Huskies. And there's Bottenfield, the sophomore, getting the good bounce to knock it in, but good work near the basket by him. And that is Lucas Ames with the three-pointer after the dribble penetration by the Ponies. Here comes Sabic. Logan Martin with a tight defense, but once Sabic got around him, it was a free baseline drive to the basket. And here we go. There's Gavin MacArthur here. He tries to muscle his way in against Ames, takes the shot, and gets the bounce off the backboard for a nice basket by the senior. Here's Logan Martin again. Little upper body strength to get to the basket against 2 defenders, and those were some of the leading scorers. Here's another pass from, I believe, Piles on the top of the key, inside, now the kick out, and that is Sabic with another three-pointer.
And we saw it was 52-45 before he made that shot.
It's
on
a big
the
shot there to make it to 10. Nice inbound play. MCI had worked the inbounds pass off the baseline to pretty good effect in both games that we've seen them play so far this year. That time to Bottenfield, and here they are again. This time to K.K. Martinez to get the Huskies even further ahead.
All right, 64-45 is the final. And Ernie, why don't you run down the scoring in this one before we wrap it up?
First off, for the MCI Huskies, Teamer Sabic with a game-high 28 points. Max Bottenfield with 12. Gavin MacArthur with 12, 7 for K.K. Martinez, 3 for Ryan Friend, and 2 for Jason Piles for a total of 64. And for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies, Logan Martin with 18 points, Lucas Ames with 14, 5 for Brad Whitton, 3 for Caden Crocker and Adam Connor, and 2 for Cameron Chase for their total of 45.
All right, and that's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, Ernie, thanks to you. Great job.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I had fun. And also thanks to Mark Paulette, our director, and Jay Baines, who's been working the main camera here tonight. A quick look at our upcoming schedule next week. We've got a storm coming in on Tuesday. Now, I don't know what it's going to be. Who knows? But
we'll see.
I guess for this winter, it's going to be a big one.
We're kind of due, actually, for something.
But anyway, we've got a storm coming Tuesday, according to the forecast. We have tweaked our schedule a little bit. Monday, we're going to be at Brewer High School for some girls action, Bangor against Brewer in that one. That'll be a 7 p.m. start. And then on Wednesday, that's on the streaming side of things at 929theticket.com and on your ticket app. And then on Wednesday, we'll be up at Old Town for some girls action there. Mattanock Academy taking on the Coyotes. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip. And then on Friday, we'll be in 2 places at once again. Right now, Brian Stackpole up in Old Town, at Herman, I should say, with Hamden and Herman doing that game on the radio. And we'll have a radio game coming up on Friday next week as well. And that one is Hamden at Old Town. Hamden at Old Town coming up next Friday on the radio side of things, Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. And then our streaming game will be Nokomis at Brewer on Friday night as well. So that's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Jim Churchill saying so long from Pittsfield, the final in this one. The MCI Huskies 64 and the Foxcroft Academy Ponies 45. This has been high school basketball on Ticket TV.